Good evening and welcome to ThaiPBS World. More than 8 years after having applied to join the Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN, Timor Leste is still waiting for an answer. And as chairman of ASEAN for 2019, Thailand has worked hard to help make Timor Leste's dream of becoming a member of ASEAN a step closer to reality. ThaiPBS World recently talked to the country's Prime Minister, Dionisio Babo Soares, who expresses hope that Timor Leste will become part of the ASEAN family sooner rather than later. How close is Timor Leste now to becoming part of the ASEAN family?
Geographically, Timor Leste is part of ASEAN. It's undeniable. It will be a pity to see Timor Leste is not part of the family. The second thing is we launched an application in 2011. We've been waiting for 8 years. And I think ASEAN countries have preoccupied with other priorities, and which is understandable when we've been waiting. And in the last moves that I think or during the Thai presidency has seen green light, and Timor Leste is really ready to be part of the organization. And as you know, the political security and justice team of ASEAN has visited Timor Leste last September. They've conducted an assessment of Timor Leste's readiness, and then we're expecting a social and cultural team coming up early next year, and hopefully it follow up by a team from the economic pillars coming to Delhi, and hopefully they can do their assessment, and from then we expect to have a pronouncement from the ASEAN members of what best is Timor Leste's option can be determined. We are very glad that during the presidency of Thailand, the foreign ministry and the government has given an extra push for Timor Leste's association with the ASEAN, and that of course has a mark in itself after 8 years in waiting.
So you are confident that all the teams that will come here to make assessments on these three areas, three pillars, will come up with a clean bill of health for Timor Leste, right?
Sure. Yeah, we're very lucky to host about 60 people from all ASEAN countries for the assessment. So we expect a similar team like that for the next two pillars. So once they've completed, hopefully a decision can be made. We're very optimistic that we will be accepted into the family.
Do you hope that Vietnam would want to make history by welcoming you into the ASEAN family during its presidency?
I'm very optimistic that Vietnam will do so. We have also cooperation and good relations with Vietnam since the last couple of years, and there have been mutual understanding between the two countries, as we have with other countries in the ASEAN region. And Timor-Leste has tried hard to show that we are in a position to become a member of the organization.
If people ask what will Timor-Leste's contribution to ASEAN be, what would be your answer?
First of all, ASEAN is not only geographically advantageous to have Timor-Leste in it, but also ASEAN is a huge market with an economy of $3.4 trillion that we can tap into. But Timor-Leste, by becoming a member, will of course open up another space in the economy that ASEAN can tap into. This is a new economy, a growing economy. We are now investing on infrastructure and also other developments in the area of petrol and gas in the Timor Sea. There is a project coming up that is expected to have a life of around 50 years with generating income of around $50 billion. I think this could be tapped into the ASEAN market. But, and also other source of economies that Timor-Leste can offer in the agriculture and also in the mining sector apart from petroleum and gas and the petrochemical, tourism and so on. And it's a unique culture of Timor. But in addition to that, I think in other areas of cooperation, Timor-Leste is already a full member of the ARF, the Asian Regional Forum. And of course, this area is susceptible to various activities that may also infringe in terms of international law. And Timor-Leste has tried very hard to make sure that as part of the region, it will contribute in terms of security, combating the transborder crime, the transnational crimes, and also I think we can, as a former member, also member of the Portuguese-speaking countries, we can facilitate the entry of exports from ASEAN to Europe and also countries in Africa. Who are former Portuguese colonies and are now speaking the language.
So judging from what you say that Timor-Leste can contribute to ASEAN, so you are saying that your country is not going to be a burden to ASEAN as many people might have feared.
Yeah. Well, I've
you have seen the kind of worries, right?
I've mentioned it to many foreign observers, academics, that Timor-Leste is certainly not going to be a burden to ASEAN. Timor-Leste will contribute actively to the successful plans of ASEAN in the future. When I attended the 51st ASEAN Summit in Singapore, Minister of Foreign Affairs Vivian Balakrishnan laid out the plan, the vision of ASEAN becoming an economic powerhouse in the next 50 years. I was very happy and very encouraged because I thought it was going to be in 10 or 20 years' time, which would be difficult for Timor-Leste to catch up. But 50 years, I think I promise, even though if I'm not going to be here anymore, but Timor-Leste will certainly catch up and will help push ASEAN to become the economic powerhouse in the world.
Okay, all right. I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
The interview with Timor-Leste's foreign minister is part of a news documentary being produced by ThaiPBS World on the occasion of the 20th anniversary of the referendum that paved the way for the country's independence in the year 2002. The news documentary will be aired on ThaiPBS World early next year. And that's all for ThaiPBS World tonight. Thank you for watching.